The St. Pete Pier is a great location no matter what your budget is. Today I'm going to go over the St. Pete Pier, a little bit about what to expect and that sort of thing. I will forewarn you that I have a cat circling my chair right now, so we might get interrupted at any point during me talking, and I apologize for that. A little bit of background, we went to the St. Pete Pier on a Monday. Basically, you saw the videos already of our trip to the East Coast. We went to Ormond Beach and then up to Palm Coast, Florida. And if you didn't see those videos, feel free to go back and watch those. I released one Monday of this week and one Monday of last week. And basically, on the way there, we also stopped at some really cool places. When we were there on that trip, my husband's boss sent him a text and said, "You've been working so hard. We appreciate you so much. To reward you, we're gonna give you Monday off." We had already taken Friday off for a 3-day weekend. This was completely unexpected. I don't work Mondays. That's probably helpful information for you to have. So this truly was an extra day together. And my husband has been working. He's been working really hard. He's been putting in extra hours. He's been going above and beyond his job duties. So it is so awesome as a wife who loves her husband and sees him putting in all this extra work. It's so nice to see that getting rewarded. So I so appreciate his company. And if you are a small company that appreciates your employees, because this is a small company, that means more than anything. So the paycheck is nice, but these relationships are really, really special. Enough of that. We decided to use our Monday to go to the St. Pete Pier. If you're not familiar, the old pier was there for many, many years. A lot of people love it. And actually, as I kind of shared some of the pictures of the new pier, I will show you some pictures of the new pier here. So as you can see, it's huge and it's modern and it's incredible. A lot of people actually commented on my Instagram as I was sharing pictures that they really miss the old pier. I never did see the old pier, so I don't know how it compares. But basically what happened was that the old pier was old and it needed fixed. It needed repairs, and the repairs were gonna be very expensive. So they decided to tear it down and rebuild. And I feel like when I say it that way, it makes it sound super simple, like tear down, rebuild, but it took years. So it took years of planning. First of all, I think it was 3 years just to plan what it was gonna be, and then it took years to build. So this is an incredible addition to our city, and everyone in St. Pete that I've talked to, I don't want to assume, but everyone is very happy that it's here and that this is something that we can offer that both those of us who live here and visitors as well. Like I mentioned, the pier is huge. There are dining options. So when I started this video, I had mentioned that no matter your budget, you can find something to do with the pier, and that is true. You can bring your own food if you want to spend no money, or if you want to dine at the pier, there's all different levels of dining options. There are expensive, nice, fancy options, and there are simple to-go options, and then there are options in between as well. Some of the restaurants are literally located on the pier, like down the pier in the water, and some of them are kind of right before you get to the pier. So they're on the pier, they're like in the same location, but they're not in the water in the middle of the bay. And there are things to do for families too. This is a great family outing. There are playgrounds for the kids and nice shaded spots for parents to sit in while the kids are at the playground. And something that I thought was really nice, so I don't have kids, but all of my friends with kids absolutely rave about the playground. There is a place to buy coffee right by the playground, so moms and dads, you can get some coffee. There's also alcoholic slushy coffee, so pretty cool option for parents and for the kids too. There's a splash pad as well. We didn't see the splash pad. It was under construction or something like that when we were there, but my friends with kids also love the splash pad. You'll see later that we chose a dining restaurant. We chose to dine at one of the kind of middle restaurants, so not super fancy, but not the to-go option either. We went to Pier Tiki. I believe it's on the 3rd floor, if I remember correctly. So it's on the very top of the pier with the most incredible views. We got an appetizer and a drink. Another thing that's worth mentioning is in the middle of the pier, Tampa Bay Watch has a building. So if you're not familiar, Tampa Bay Watch is a nonprofit in the area dedicated to preserving our ocean water, the seas, and the animals in it as well. So I really encourage supporting them if you're able to. It's $5 to get into their building where you can see some local sea life. It's a smaller building, so you're not gonna see things like sharks and dolphins and things like that, but they have some starfish, seahorses. It's a really cool little building, and you can learn a lot about the impacts that we have on our earth as well. So that is something I really highly recommend. I mentioned at the start of this that the original pier was torn down and it took a long time to build this pier, but what I didn't mention was that it is fairly new. It just opened for the first time, really exciting. It originally was supposed to open on my birthday, actually, May 30th, and I believe that was postponed a couple of months due to everything going on in the world right now. I want to say it officially opened in July, but I could be wrong. We didn't go until September because we were a little hesitant with the crowds. We don't love crowds to begin with, but then of course with everything going on, we just wanted to be as safe as possible. So we waited a couple of months, and then we figured Monday would be a perfect day to go. One thing that someone mentioned to me, and I did not listen to this advice. I thought maybe she went on a day that was like a total fluke or something. It is so windy. Let me say that again. It is so windy. This girl told me don't wear a dress, and I thought, nah, that must have just been that when she was there. No, it's windy. I really struggled to keep my dress down walking the length of the pier. It was difficult to do. So I highly recommend wearing a dress that won't fly up or just avoiding a dress altogether. Another really cool thing about the pier, and I'm sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place, and part of that is just because there's so much to do there, truly. There's a little beach area. The pier overlooks the bay. It's not the ocean water that you might expect at the beach. So it's not like a beach, but it is though. It's a beach on the bay. There, that's what we'll say. There are some chairs out so you can enjoy sitting waterfront. And another cool thing is that you can have alcohol throughout the whole, why can't I talk to, you can have alcohol across the whole pier. The only place you can't have alcohol is on the beach. There are places before the pier even starts where you can buy your alcohol so that you can walk literally the whole entire length with a drink, a beer, a mixed drink, whatever. And I think that is kind of fun, something different to do. Another thing that I think is worth mentioning is that it's pretty cool to see all of the pop-up entertainment. So there are musicians and all sorts of locals with talents who show up and just kind of perform. And it's just a really cool place to just take in the culture of St. Petersburg. The pier is such a cool addition. I'm really proud that we have something like this to show, and I highly recommend you check it out. This is located pretty close to the playground, so you can grab a bite to eat before or after your kids play at the playground. This is also where the boozy coffee is and the normal coffee. These are some of the views from Pier Tiki, where we grabbed a drink and a little appetizer. Here I am with my drink. You get to keep that cup. And here is our appetizer. We shared some mahi tacos. And if you couldn't tell from my videos, I absolutely could not get over this view. It is absolutely gorgeous. Above these stairs where those windows are is the fine dining restaurant. It's called Teak. Of course, we haven't eaten there yet because I'm taking you along with us on our first trip to the pier. A lot of my colleagues and friends have eaten there though, and the views are really pretty because it also overlooks the water. So I really want to eat there sometime at sunset, and the food also looks really good. When we were done checking out the pier, we went to Ceviche. It's a restaurant downtown that specializes in tapas, which is basically, I kind of call them appetizers. It's like a bunch of different small plates that you can share. So we got some sangria and we shared a bunch of tapas. It was the perfect way to end our day date in downtown St. Pete. I hope you enjoyed this video of the St. Pete Pier and Ceviche. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like.